Hi, it's Neva at timeforinvesting.com, and so today I'm going to continue my segment going over real life real estate transactions and offering my lessons learned and tips to you. So stay tuned. So let's get started, and I apologize I haven't had a video up in a couple weeks because I usually use my husband's camera to make videos and he was away with his camera, so I didn't have a camera. But I just had a birthday, and that's actually the gift he gave me was a camera. So now I got my own camera, so I won't have that issue anymore. So let's get started. So this transaction I'm going to talk about today, one of the questions I like to answer is, how did I get the lead? Just to kind of share with you what type of marketing I'm doing that works. So this came through my website, and I have a website through Super Smart Web Profits. And so they send me leads, and also my tip would be just include your website like on your postcards or just any marketing that you do. Just include your website address, because like even for me, I noticed that when I send out postcards that my views on my website goes up. So that lets me know that people may not call me in response to my postcard, but they do go to my website, check the website out, maybe research who I am, fill out the questionnaire online. Maybe they just, rather do it that way. So this couple came through my website, fill out the questionnaire. So that's how I got the lead. My second question is like, what was the motivation, or how was I able to help this particular property owner? So in this situation, it was an older couple looking to retire, and they owned a rental property free and clear, and they were just looking to sell the property, retire, go off somewhere, enjoy life. So unfortunately what had happened though with this property is they had a tenant in there. She had been there like 20 something years, and she had basically like trashed the place. She was a hoarder. When I got to the house, I remember there were like rooms that, I couldn't even like get in because it was just all this stuff. Couldn't even get in the rooms and stuff to take pictures and, just to estimate repairs. I couldn't even get in to see. And the house was just trash. Everything in the house was original from like 1970s. It was just, it was gonna need repair. But since they were retiring, and they were like, we just want the max that we can get with the house in its current condition. We don't want to get involved in repairs and all that stuff. So I said, okay, max, of course I can offer a price, but I told them the price that I could offer, and I was like, I can get you more through a traditional step I put on the market, because even though the house, everything was original, it was in a really great neighborhood, and I told them, you're not in a situation where you need to close immediately, so you have time to wait, put it on the market in the traditional sale, and wait. You don't need to, like, I'm a cash buyer, we can close within a couple days. They didn't need to close within a couple days. It would have been nice, but it was not a need. So they decided, okay, great. They decided to let me list it through, I'm licensed with Neva Williamson. So that's another division of the company, All Above Group, where we list traditional sales and we focus on getting maximum price for the houses. So that's what we did. So my advice to them, once we got the contract to get maximum price, I was like, okay, number one, we need to get this tenant out. So she was on a month-to-month lease. Her rent was below market value. And so that's one of the things that, kind of can be a negative when you're trying to get maximum price. If you have a tenant in there and that tenant is not paying market rent, and she was paying like way below market rent, like she was paying like $1,200, market rent was like $2,500. So I recommended to give her notice, so they did that. And plus, because she was a hoarder, we just needed to get all that stuff out of the house, because one of the things too to get maximum price, just have the house clean. People really underestimate that, but honestly, just clean the house, okay? So they did that, gave her 30 days notice, got her out, and they were willing to pay to, to have the house done professionally, just cleaned from top to bottom. It got to the point where they ripped out like the old carpets because the previous tenant had cats and dogs, and she had to allow them to use a bathroom. It was just a mess. So they just like ripped that out just to get this house as clean as possible. And so once we did that, we were able to close. And what was interesting was that a cash buyer still purchased this house, even though it was a traditional sale on a traditional market. It was a cash buyer that came in and made the best offer, because I kind of went through all the offers, and I went to the cash buyer. Initially his offer was like a little lower, and I said, hey, if you can come up to this price a little higher, maybe just going back and forth with the offer. So that was great. The sellers were just happy because we were able to close quickly since they were cash buyers. So they even gave me a testimonial. It's one of the testimonials on my website now. So that's another way, don't throw your leads away. If you're not a licensed agent, refer those leads to another agent, because you just never know how. It's another way you can help a property owner. So do that. So I was able to help by just doing a traditional sale. And they were happy because they had someone to walk them through the process, to let them know, hey, she is month to month. You can give her 30 days notice legally. Hey, you can get more for the house if it's empty. Someone to advise them, hey, you can get more if you get her out because her rent is too low. Somebody said, because that was a thing, to show them the statistics and say, hey, like average rent in this area is $2,500 and you have her paying $1,200. So, either if you're not going to sell, you need to raise the rent. So just to help them through that whole process, I mean, they were just so happy and, got their money. And then the cash buyer, in a couple weeks, they did all the renovations. And the reason why they were able to offer more on the traditional market for the property is that they were the contractors. So they didn't have to pay another company to come in and do repairs. They were the licensed contractors. So they were able to get in, and they had that house back on the market within 3 weeks. Completely brand new house. You would never know that it was the same house, and I'll post some pictures. And they got a contract on that house within a couple of days that it was on the market. And it was on the market like wintertime, which is usually can be kind of slow, but once you have a property that's in absolutely immaculate condition, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, you're going to get a buyer really quickly. So that's my tip is, just keep trying. All these marketing methods work. Just be consistent. And when these obstacles come up, always look for a way to solve it. Don't just give up. A lot of emails I get are people say, oh, I got this lead, but this. I got this lead, but that. Don't let any hiccup within the lead, There's always going to be a hiccup in the lead. That's the whole point, is to problem solve. So there's never going to be like a perfect, there's always something. Like in this situation, I'm like, hey, we need to get this lady out of here, because it's going to be really, really hard to get top dollar with a hoarder living in there. So there's always something, but keep at it, and your clients and customers will be so thrilled, because that's what they want. They want someone that's consistent, has the knowledge, has the persistence to get the transaction closed and to get them, and get their cash in hand. So you do that and you'll be successful. So stay tuned. Next week I'll post another video, and remember to subscribe to my channel. So I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.